Hey, what's up guys? So this video is kind of exciting for me. This is the first video I'm going to do in a little mini series, I suppose, and it'll be subscriber requests. Requests? I can't speak today. Requests. So if you need to see something or want to see something, please let me know, and I'll do my best to make that happen. So today's video is going to be how I do my whole application with my non-dominant hand. Super exciting. So as you guys probably saw in a past video, these are my current nails, my little cow nails that came out so cute, but they have to go. So I'm gonna use my e-file. I know a lot of you wanted to see me use my e-file with my non-dominant hands, so here we go. Now, I support my hands. My left hand is useless. When I tell you useless, useless. I can open a can of soda. That's literally the only thing I can do with my left hand, and oddly enough, I cannot open soda with my right hand for anything. So useless. So I do my best to support my left hand and wrist and forearm as much as I can, just to make sure I don't slip or cut myself or have, control issues with my e-file. You always want to have control over your file. You run the file doesn't run you. So I either support my forearm and I lean it on the edge of my table, or I'm putting my wrists together, or I'm putting the sides of my hands together, and you'll see me do that in a few different ways throughout the course of this video. And I apologize preemptively for the length of this video. If y'all need to fast forward through something, if there's something you don't want to see, by all means, fast forward. If you don't want to hear my voice because I'm annoying you, feel free to mute me too. And I'm sorry for being long-winded and being sidetracked and everything. I get excited about these things because I'm excited to show you how I do my stuff. So you guys know that I use my carbide safety bit always, always, always when I am doing my removal. I use safety bits because I like my cuticles and I don't want to shred them. And the carbide bit just really makes removal a whole lot easier. It takes off the gel top coat that I use in practically no time. Although I am much, much slower with my left hand. And oddly enough, and I don't know if you'll notice this at all after this video is done and you see the, the finished product, my right hand always comes out so much better looking than my left hand. I think it's because I take my time and I'm so much slower and more meticulous, because I have to be with my left hand because, as previously mentioned, useless. So I do my exact same e-filing routine. I go around my cuticle. I move my right hand predominantly. I move my left hand occasionally, but for the most part, you'll see me moving my right hand around. Just, sorry, you know me and my allergies. Girls, bad. Florida, bad allergies. So you'll see me moving my right hand mostly and keeping my left hand in mostly one position. I have to move it sometimes, especially when I do my thumb. But for the most part, I'm moving my right hand. And I'm always supporting my left hands, again, either by using the table or my wrist on my right hand, the sides of my hand, some way or shape or form, they're supported. So I'm gonna soak my nails off real quick, and then we'll come back and we'll do nail prep. So I had a trader nail. I had to do a quick tea bag repair, little pinky over there. And if you need a video on tea bag repairs, there is one on this channel, so you can go ahead and watch that if you like. So for prep, again, you guys know how I do my prep. I do a prep video too if you want to see just that in detail, but I use my 240 grit sanding band on my e-file, and I only go around the cuticle area. I do not do my whole nail with this. I don't like filing my entire nail. I feel like that makes it weak and thin and flimsy and more breakable. And if you're wondering about this little cut on my hand, I didn't do that with my e-file, I swear. My kitten, who's 12 pounds already, he's only, 10 months old, was playing with me, and I guess he got a little too excited about the toy we were playing with, and he got me a little bit. That didn't feel good, soaking it in acetone, I'll tell you that. Anyway, so just going around the cuticle, and I try to move my right hand as much as possible. Again, I just don't want to be uncomfortable using my left hand. Of course, it might happen, especially if you're not used to using your left hand for anything, much less an e-file, so you want to support it all the time. But you'll get used to it. I've gotten used to it. I almost feel like since I started doing nails myself, and I've had to, like I was literally forced to use my left hand to do it, I've become slightly ambidextrous. It's still relatively useless. I've done experiments where I've tried writing with my left hand, just to see if I've gotten any better at it. And there might be a minor improvement, but yeah, for the most part, it's still pretty useless. So again, support, support, support. You want to make sure your left hand is firmly planted somewhere, be it at the end of your nail desk or against your dominant hand that you're doing. But you want to make sure it's supported because, like I said, the last thing you want to do is cut yourself. And I've said it probably a million times. As far as nails go, there's not a whole lot worse than doing your best application, having everything look perfect. They're like your favorite set of nails, but you nicked your cuticle in 1 or 2 spots, and now you have an ugly little scab sitting there for pretty much the duration of however long you're going to keep your mani on. I don't know if you guys are, retentive about that. I am, and it bugs the heck out of me. I have a little thing on my finger right now because as much as I preach to not be a biter or a picker or whatever, I have bitten my cuticle on the side of my nail. And you guys will probably see that in one of my next videos. But, those little hangnails you get sometimes by your sidewalls. It was apparently more attached than I anticipated, and I went to bite it off, and now I have an ugly little scab there, and it's terrible, and it annoys the crap out of me. So just be super careful. Keep your e-file a little bit slower than, you normally would, just until you get the hang of everything. So here's the deal. I know mostly you guys wanted to see me use the e-file, but I figured let me throw in the entire application so you can see how I do everything with my non-dominant hand. So these are the 2 colors that I chose, Tease and Bubbly from Revel. I use the Bubbly only as a layer over stuff, if that makes sense. I'll use it over the Tease to give the Tease a little bit of sparkle. And I think it looks really pretty. You guys have seen the picture. I put them up yesterday. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I put it up on the Revel page on Facebook if you guys are in there. Or it is on my Instagram, which is marlachris_dips. Look at that bubbly. How pretty is that? It's just so girly and sparkly. And it wasn't bad to work with as far as, I call it pixie puke. Like Tinkerbell threw up everywhere. It wasn't so bad. It wasn't glitter for days. You guys know what I mean. You get this one color that's just glitter everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and do my application, and I'm going to shut it for a little bit and let y'all watch. Oh, actually, you know what? I wanted to make sure you guys knew this. I think you've seen it in a previous video. I like to mix up my colors, especially if it's one I haven't used before, just because if you can make it nice and light and fluffy, that will make your actually dipping into your product much more easy and smooth, because sometimes you get that ledge, in the front by your free edge, and it's just weird. And all right, I'm going to go, and I'm going to shut up now and let you guys watch, and I will be back in a little bit. application's all done, we're going to get into some hand filing, which is probably the most awkward part of this whole thing. So now both hands are complete. I've already filed and e-filed my left hand, I'm sorry. I wanted to just do that and get that out of the way. So now we're gonna do my right hand with my non-dominant hand. Doing my right with my left. And like usual, I pinched the skin just to make sure that nothing's attached so I don't hurt myself. And this is the most awkward filing experience ever. I mean, it's one thing to use my e-file where I'm literally just holding something and turning my hand, but to hold the hand file, I'm an awkward mess. And you might see it. I'm gonna hit my camera like twice, maybe even 3 times. I'm flailing and it's ridiculous. Yeah, everyone sees, nails either on my Instagram or my Facebook, and they're like, oh my God, your nails look so nice. How do you do that? It's a disaster. It's literally a disaster, and I laugh at myself. If I don't laugh, I don't know what I'll do. I have to laugh at myself when I'm doing these dumb things. I'm like, oh my God, Marla, I can't believe you just did that. Because I don't know. I throw my file sometimes unintentionally. It just flies out of my hand. Drop my e-file and onto my towel, and then it stops and it's stuck in the fibers of the towel. It's a disaster. Fortunately, it didn't happen while I was doing my right hand, aside from the whole hitting the camera thing. It was horrible. Because the setup I have on it's a little bit ghetto. My setup that I have right now. I'm not monetized or sponsored or anything, so everything that I do is out of my own pocket. And I'm a full-time student, and I have 3 kids, and I don't have money for expensive equipment, so I have like a phone stand on my desk, and it's so not technical at all. And it wobbles a lot. If I touch it, if I breathe on it the wrong way, it's womp, 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 just wobbling everywhere. So I apologize. I don't want to give you guys motion sickness. And I hope I don't. When I hit my camera and see, I hit my camera. Did you see that? The whole thing moves. I apologize. Take a Dramamine. I should have put that in my intro. Take a Dramamine before you watch this video. So I'm going to speed through the rest of this filing for you just because you know how to file. You get the point. Just wanted to show you how to do it with my other hand. I don't know if you guys do that too. Okay, you know what I wanted to tell you? A lot of these instructions when you get your dip powder kits and whatever will tell you to shape and file your nail before you dip. I don't do that. And I don't know if you guys have noticed that at all, but I don't. I'm like, why am I filing and shaping my nail twice? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, unless you want to dramatically change the shape of your nail, because that's harder to do, obviously, with the acrylic than is with your natural nail. But I don't. So I do not file and shape my nail pre-application. I only do my filing and shaping after application. I'm like, again, why would I do this twice? B, it saves you a few minutes. So chop off 5 to 10 minutes on your application time, and don't bother with the first filing and shaping and whatever. I save that for later. So now that we've filed and gotten the shape perfect, I'm going to go with my cylindrical diamond bit. You guys probably know this is my favorite bit for cuticle cleanup. I have used a couple. I've used the weird, like Christmas tree looking ones, and I don't know, I just don't like them. And this is personal preference. It's what you feel comfortable with. It's what you like to use or what you have available. I like this one. And it came with my e-file, which was super convenient. One less thing I have to go out and get. So I do my exact same e-filing routine that you guys have seen me do a couple times. If you want more in-depth stuff about that, there's another video on there on my YouTube account with just my cuticle cleanup stuff. But again, like a broken record, I support my hands. I make sure that I'm supporting my left hand either with my right hand or by using the end of my nail table, even the sides of my hands. Like I'll mush my pinkies together if that's the angle I have to be at. And I try not to move my left hand. I try to just move my right hand into whatever position I need it to be in, so I don't have to be super awkward and uncomfortable using my left hand. Although I am anyway. Awkward with this thing using my right hand. So left hand was, can you imagine how it was for me when I first started using this e-file? It was crazy. Crazy. I'm lucky I could put the bit on the file with my non-dominant hand, much less use the actual e-file. It was nuts. It definitely took me a good minute to figure out exactly how to use it and what I was comfortable with. It took me a while. And what you just saw there, I do look at my nails from all angles just to make sure, you know, there's a nice apexy type curve. My nails were short, I don't really need an apex, but I like to make sure there's a nice curve up on top, make sure there are no lumps and bumps, and that it's even from pretty much all angles. And they're not perfect. I don't get my nails perfect. Of course, I'm a nitpicker, as you guys know. I am my own worst critic, and I will always find something wrong with my set when I'm done. Even though no one may notice it except for me, it'll bother me, and it is what it is. I'm not going to soak off an entire set because, you know, one corner of my nail is slightly thinner than the other. I can't be a perfectionist. I have too many other things to do. I got papers to write. I got presentations to put together. I got too much stuff. So do I want to fast forward this a little bit? I don't know. You guys know how to use the e-file by now. Yeah, we'll keep going for a minute. See, there's that nice apexy type curve. And you just want to make sure it's as smooth as possible. And again, you have to go super slow, especially when you're using your non-dominant hand or when you're first starting out with an e-file. Super, super slow. Most e-files, including mine, go up to, I believe it's 30,000 RPM, which is very, very fast. I have never used my e-file on 30,000 RPM. I don't understand why anyone would need to. I usually keep my e-file on low. I'll go as high as like halfway, so I'll say 1500 RPM, but even that's high. That's usually if I'm doing my removal and I have a lot of stuff to take off, or sometimes for cuticle cleanup, but not typically. I keep it on pretty low. You know, you want to have more control over your e-file than your e-file has over you. Don't let the e-file run your life. You run that e-file. I'll speed this up just a little bit. I just wanted you to really get a feel for it, you know, and see exactly how my hands look. I hope you can visualize or see it pretty well, how my hands are positioned. So you see where I'm stabilizing it, how I'm stabilizing it. I'm using everything that I can that I have. The desk, my hand, my other hand, my forearms. I'm using everything that I can just to stabilize myself as much as I can to make it easier for me because, like, you know, I am a hot mess with my left hand. I mean, a can of soda's got nothing on me, but other than that, hot mess in my left hand. You guys are going to have to comment in on this video and let me know what you think of the bubbly on top of the color. I've been sitting here dealing with it. I don't want to say dealing with it, but I've been living with it for the last few days, and yeah, I don't know if I love it. I mean, it's very pretty, and I like what it does, how it transforms any color into a glitter, you know, for the most part. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think of the glitter over the color, and if that's something that you would do. Let me know if you want me to do any other kind of nail art. I do have coming up some swatches. You guys like watching swatches, swatch type videos? Because I was going to do a swatch video from a mystery box that I got from Revel, which is kind of cool. And I'll tell you more about that in the video. And then I also want to do a French mani dip type video. So that's what I have on deck. There's some more nail art coming up too. But if there's anything else that you'd like to see me do, or that you might be having issues with troubleshooting something, please let me know. I mean, I want you guys to enjoy this YouTube experience as much as I enjoy sharing this with you. So absolutely let me know what you think, what you like, if there's anything you don't like. I'm always open to criticism too, because I'm not a professional. Maybe you are, and maybe you see me doing something that's totally messed up and you want to be like, hey, listen, girl, slow down. Please let me know. So yeah, just drop me a comment and let me know. So this was a mistake. I don't know why I did that. I don't buff my nails. I had like a brain fart for a minute there and was like, what am I doing? I'm buffing my nail. I don't buff the tops of my nails because I put on gel polish. If you do not use gel polish and you use your dip system resin stuff, then yes, buff the top of your nails. Go to town buffing your nails. I don't know why I did that. So yeah, these look all right. So do you see this little brush right there? I got this on Amazon, and they're so cute, and they really work well at getting dust out of the little crevices and whatever. So if you can pick those up, like I said, I got them on Amazon. They're just little nail brushes. It was a pack of 10. They were super cheap. So I'm going to go ahead and brush all of the dust out of my nails. I mean, you can go wash your hands if you want. I don't know. I feel like washing my hands is like I have to get up and then sit down, and I'm lazy, and I'm sitting here doing my nails. I don't want to get up because then I'll get distracted. Like, knowing me, I'll get up and go wash my hands and wind up doing the dishes, which I don't want to do. So clean up your nails and then get the dust off, and then I'm going to use my gel polish because you know how I love my gel polish. And I'm using my same stuff that I use every time, my Aimeili gel polish. Now, with my left hand, I don't know if you're going to see it as well as I do when I do it, but man, there's gel polish just everywhere. I mean, everywhere. But the beauty about gel polish, as opposed to using your dip top coat or any regular polish that you might want to throw over your dip or your acrylics, I can just clean that up. I can wipe it out with the corner of my nail or a nail brush that I don't use. Shame on me, I should be using a brush. But you just clean it up, and it's not that big of a deal. And even if it stays on your skin after you cure it, and I mean, sometimes what I'll do is I'll go back after I cure my nails with my hand file and just swipe it once or twice against my sidewalls just to make sure there's no crunchy or crusty gel polish residue that was stuck in there that I didn't clean up very well. And it usually comes right off your skin. I wash my hands when I'm done with my whole thing after I've oiled, and there's usually a bunch of junk up under my nails and around my sidewalls, and it just comes off. You wash it with soap and water, give them a good scrub with your nail brush. All that stuff comes off, so you don't have to be super neat with your gel polish. And I'm not, especially with my left hand. There's really no good way to, because I have to like look at my nails real close, and there's no good way to support my left hand when I'm doing my gel polish application, so it is pretty much just floating in the air, and I have zero control over where this product goes. So that's why you see me trying to clean it out every 5 seconds, because I'm literally getting gel polish everywhere. This still came out nice though. I don't know if it probably took me a little bit longer just because I'm so meticulous and I'm so careful and I'm so OCD about it, but it's not so bad. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cure these, and I'll be back with the final look. All right, all done. And I think I got most of the crusties. Yeah, see, look, there's a crusty. I missed one. I got most of them though. So that's what it looks like. So let me know what you guys thought. Let me know how horrible this was and how terrible and boring it was to watch. And I apologize if it was. I don't know if I've showed you guys this before, but this is my favorite cuticle oil. It's by Kiara Sky. It's their Nourish oil. It smells so good. It's not an overpowering scent. It doesn't really smell like anything in particular. It just smells nice, and it's very hydrating. So this is my favorite cuticle oil. But yeah, so oil your cuticles. Oil them. This will help you in so many ways. It'll look nicer. It'll protect your cuticles when you're filing. It helps your nails grow. You'll oil your cuticles. I tell so many people that. How do your nails look so nice? I oil them. Oil your cuticles. And use whatever oil you want. I don't care what oil you want. I don't care if you use vegetable oil. I don't care if you spray Pam on your nails. Just keep them oiled. Look how pretty. Yeah, that bubbly is actually kind of nice. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. Except for that nasty cut on my finger. Ugh, cats. I love them. So that was me doing my dip powder application, whole thing start to finish with my non-dominant hand. I hope you liked it. I hope you comment. I hope you subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Love you. Bye.